Greetings and welcome to my sacred space. My name is Raven, and thank you so much for being here and joining me tonight as I go through the deep, dark, and dangerous oracle. This is a new deck by Stacey Demarco. This is a Rockpool publication, and if you don't know already, I am a fan of Rockpool decks. So Rockpool is actually a company or a publishing company down in Australia where Monique is, and that is how I got acquainted with this deck the first time. I checked Monique's website and her YouTube channel, and I saw her review of this one, and I was just like, okay, Stacey Demarco, interesting oracle deck, perfect for shadow work. I'm sold. So now it's here. If you're keen to see my actual unboxing video of this deck and my first impressions, I do have my year-end haul video there in my playlist. If you're interested, you can have a look. So let's talk about the box. Very sturdy, and oh my gosh, like immediately, like when I first touched this, it's just amazing. I love how Rockpool really pays attention to the details. I think you can clearly see that this one has like a shimmery red font for the, not shimmery, like a really shiny red font for the title, and it is textured, really very interesting. I love it. It is of snakeskin pattern. In the back it says, there is great beauty and power in darkness. What if by stepping into the realm of the monsters and the things that go bump in the night, what seems twisted and dangerous is actually a torch leading us out of the darkness into divine wholeness. From the iconic Medusa to mermaids, valkyries, and vampires, selkies, and sibyls, find your truth in the deep, the dark, and the dangerous. This deck includes stunning images of the world's deep creatures, dark goddesses and gods, and dangerous heroes and shadows. Okay, so Stacey Demarco is one of Australia's most trusted and highest profile metaphysicists and pagan practitioners. So this deck has 44 cards and a guidebook. Alright, so let's set this aside. You have that sigil over there. The guidebook. Oh, if you're here just for the flip through, please check out my description box. It will have a timestamp wherein you can click and it will jump you forward to where I will be doing the actual flip through of the cards. But I like talking about guidebooks here, so let's have a look. Beautiful. So the art is by Kinja Brichki. Let's see. I really, really love the feel and the vibe of this deck, or the guidebook, right off the bat. Everyone is a moon and has a dark side. He never shows to anybody. Mark Twain. This is published in 2022. So this year, you have your table of contents, introduction. You have about this oracle, how each card is structured. So these are the following structural elements on each card. So you have the name of the subject of the card, the message of the card, and the summary, which is, yeah, pretty cool. Okay, wow, a lot of meanings embedded in the cards, I believe. So how to use the cards, you have spreads available here as well. Timing spread. Dedication for your cards is how you would like to consecrate your cards or bond with it. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making darkness conscious. Carl Jung. Very nice. Okay, now, oh my gosh, this is really gorgeous. Wow. So you have the number of the card, the meaning, and the title of the card. What you need to do: seek balance. You're not complete if you ignore the more hidden parts of yourself. You have duality here. Okay, psychoanalyst Carl Jung introduced the modern concept of shadow to refer to the hidden or repressed aspects of ourselves. So a little bit more information, which is really cool to know. It's always amazing for us to learn new knowledge, right? So you have plant companion and then crystal companion, which is also cool that you have that there. So that is what you have, like a lot of information. It doesn't matter if it's, I don't know, like a specific card or whatnot, but you do have, like, look at this sulky card, like a ton of info, which is cool. Nice. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I would love to, just sit down, with a cup of tea, a peppermint tea with lemon and honey and just have a look at this. I love how Stacey Demarco writes. Like, she's very concise in her messages, but at the same time, she asks questions or provides questions, or kind of like how she writes is she is able to put in words there that will allow you to construct your own meaning. Do you know what I mean? Like thought provoking sentences, or sentences that guide you to think of something, or leading. I don't know how to explain it, but whenever I, have a look at her guidebooks or her writings, that is how, she kind of like writes, which is pretty cool because it is somewhat interactive, because it allows, or how she writes allows the readers to think for themselves as well. Do you know what I mean? So for me, that's a sign of a good writer, an author, right? So here you have red edging, shiny, shimmery red edging, dark red, which is beautiful. And on the back, you have the same sigil at the back of the cover. So it is of a snake with some beautiful crystals over here, red in color. Very scary if you kind of like think about it. Like if that snake is right here on my desk. Well, I'm not really afraid of snakes. We have snakes, but my brothers have them. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be too scary, but in this context, like black and then just red, it does kind of like give you that daunting vibes. But maybe that's just me. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit for you to appreciate the images a little better, and we're gonna start the flip through. That's one of a kind. As I was having a look at the images and kind of like really taking my time to connect with each of the cards, I like the hairs on the back of my neck are kind of like really standing up on its end, which is quite strange, especially with a new deck. I feel like this is such a powerful deck. I love how the creator, Stacey Demarco, kind of like created different suits. Like here you have deep, dark, and then dangerous cards. These are just absolutely beautiful. I don't know what you guys think. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you felt something different while watching this video, because I really did. And yeah, I'm trying to shuffle it so that you have an idea. Yes, shuffles really well. The cardstock is amazing. It is beautiful. It's not your typical Hay House cardstock, although the edges are kind of like not cut very flawlessly. They're a bit sharp or edged, I guess. But it is a glossy deck. Not super hyper gloss, but very similar to other Stacey Demarco decks. I'll definitely create another video. That this card is just stunning, by the way. But yes, as I was saying before I got distracted, I'll definitely create a separate video that shows all of my Stacey Demarco decks. I can't seem to part ways with them. Like some of the decks here that I have, like I've already passed on and rehomed, but the Stacey Demarco decks really are staying with me, just because I do love how she writes, like I said, and at the same time, you know, I pull a lot of knowledge from them. So very interesting. And of course, the images are just phenomenal. I love the representation. Like for example, this is Banshee. What they say is that I'm not sure if it's Irish or but Scotland, maybe around that area in Europe, that if a banshee, or if a woman who's crying and crying and crying, and she cries really loud, and if she goes to your door, that is a symbol of death coming to your household. Like someone in your family will die or something like that. A banshee cries and screams. And yeah, I am, you know, to be honest, unfamiliar with most of the cards here. Like of course I know Hydra, I know Harpy, but this one no. But this is just such a beautiful card. I believe this might be Mayan connected, just because I'm seeing some sort of like a Mayan calendar there, or it could also be like an Aztec thing. But I would love to know more about this. It's so beautiful. Yes, I don't know most of these. Look at that girl. It's, I don't know, she's just giving me super creepy vibes. I don't want to think about that at night. But the rest, you know, this is such an interesting take on Sheila Nagig. It doesn't look like, you know, the thingy, but it's more of like a petal. Very interesting take on it. Persephone, and is that Hades there, waiting for her to come back down to hell. Very interesting. I am loving and digging this deck. Oh, and by the way, like before I end this video, I just want to say that this is a perfect card that's, you know, that represents Medusa, just because she is a victim of injustice. I know, you know, she's portrayed as like this heat monster that, you know, turns people into stones once they have a look at her, and her head full of snakes. But Medusa is actually was a priestess of Athena. And I do love Athena, but that was just really crazy when I, you know, understood the story. So she was a priestess of Athena, right? And of course, during those days, you know, priestesses must be virgins. And there was someone who was very much attracted to her, and she was like ignoring this person. And then one day this person raped her on the steps of Athena's temple, and instead of like really protecting her, Athena kind of like punished her, or maybe she didn't. Do you know what I mean? It's still debatable. But what happened was she turned Medusa into this monster with these, I don't know, in a way to protect her, I guess, so that she won't be raped again. But yeah, you know, I feel like it's also injustice. I'm not sure of Athena's intentions, but yeah, I feel like Medusa suffered a huge injustice, and I feel like it's good that people are really seeing or learning more of her story, that she's more than just a monster. Yeah, so I just want to put that out there. So yeah, there you go. That is my full flip through. Let me know what you guys think of this deck. I absolutely love it already. This is perfect for shadow work. And as the guidebook says, maybe we do need to face the darkness within ourselves, right? To learn more about us anyway. So that is it. That's my full flip through. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Kindly give it a like or maybe subscribe to my channel for future videos like this. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye!